Hey everybody, this is Ann and Dr. Miller with Miller Chiropractic Clinic. I am springing this on Dr. Miller, so he has no idea what I'm about to ask him.
No idea what the question is.
But I get asked a question a lot when people call to make an appointment for a new patient. So they'll tell me what the problem is, but I've been to XYZ clinic, the ER, wherever, and I've had x-rays and nothing is wrong. So why do I need x-rays at your clinic?
Well, that's a good question. We get that a lot, especially after they've had them done before at different places, especially like the ER or their medical doctors. They take films, on the medical side, they take films to make sure nothing is obviously grossly dislocated or fractured, misplaced, severely, not right. So they look at it and they say, okay, nothing is obviously wrong here, so you're good to go home. And then you're saying, well, why am I still having this pain? They look at you and they want to make sure that you're breathing and you can walk out the door. At our office, we actually x-ray it and we, so to speak, measure with a micrometer. On their end, they look at it with a yardstick, make sure that you're that you're still breathing and you're able to walk out of there. What we want to do is not just make it so that you can walk out of here, we want to improve your quality of life. So they're looking at you with a yardstick, we look at you with a micrometer. Hopefully find the more subtle differences, issues, and get to the true cause of these problems so that you not only are feeling better, but you are better. That's a good one?
Awesome. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. What are a couple things that you might find, because if you're not finding a fracture, what else could you find on an x-ray?
There's lots of different things that people have that I discovered they didn't know that they were aware of, but it helped explain some of the problems that they've had, not just recently, but in the years past. For example, a common thing that I find is an actual anatomical short leg. One of the legs is truly shorter with measurements, which causes the pelvis to be unlevel, compensatory changes in the spine, all the way up to causing problems with shoulder issues and headaches. And the last couple of that I can think of came in and they didn't have any lower back problems. They came in with shoulder and neck issues. And what I believe, and after what we've discovered, is the issue came from the anatomical short leg. So we address that, depending on the situation, with the proper amount of heel lift. Another one is a loss of the lumbar or cervical curves. From front to back, you want your spine to be nice and straight, but from the side, you want it to look like an S. Now, those curves have to be in the right direction at the right angles, and they make up a set of curves in your spine that work like the suspension in your car. If you have a car long enough, you're going to have to replace the shock absorbers, but you can't replace you. You are stuck with what you have, and what we want to do is make the most of it. So you can't buy a new you. You can't. So we want to make sure that you works as long as you are alive. So with these loss of curves, your body can't absorb and defray shocks. And I want to say shocks, a lot of people think, oh, falling off things, jumping off stuff. No, it's just day-to-day walking. A lot of forces from the ground up, and if you're carrying things, how you're transferring those forces and loads down to the ground. If it's not proper, your body's absorbing those, and it's causing damage, like a transmission that doesn't shift properly. If it shifts very well and very smoothly, you have no problems. But if the transmission is a problem, it grinds gears, jams things together, causes problems. Well, that's not going to work well for the transmission, and it doesn't work well for your spine.
Awesome. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Any more questions, give us a call.